Atomic Habits is a best-selling self-help book written by James Clear that provides readers with a clear, concise, and actionable roadmap for developing good habits and breaking bad ones. The book presents a comprehensive and evidence-based approach to building habits that can lead to significant improvements in our personal and professional lives. Through practical strategies, scientific research, and real-world examples, Atomic Habits offers a compelling framework for anyone who wants to create positive changes in their habits, mindset, and overall well-being. Welcome to Black Rock Inspired. In this video, we're going to go through 8 key points from the book Atomic Habits that we think will help you get into that routine lifestyle. Let's get started. Number 1. Focus on small, consistent habits. It's often tempting to focus on big, dramatic changes when we want to improve our lives. We might think that we need to completely overhaul our diet, exercise routine, or work habits all at once to see real progress. However, this approach is often not sustainable in the long run. Making large changes all at once can be overwhelming, and we may quickly revert back to our old habits. Instead, we should focus on small, consistent habits that we can build on over time. By starting with tiny, manageable changes and gradually building up, we can create a foundation of positive habits that will last for a long term. Number 2. Habits are formed through a process of cue, craving, response, and reward. Every habit we have follows this same basic pattern. First, there is a cue or trigger that signals the brain to initiate a behavior. Then there is a craving or desire that motivates us to act on that cue. Next, we respond to the cue by performing a particular behavior. Finally, we receive a reward that reinforces the behavior and makes us more likely to repeat it in the future. By identifying the cues, cravings, responses, and rewards associated with a particular habit, we can begin to see the underlying mechanisms that are driving the behavior. From there, we can experiment with different strategies to change those cues, cravings, or rewards in order to create new habits or break old ones. For example, if the habit is snacking on junk food when bored or stressed, change the cue by taking a walk. Another way is to bring healthy snacks instead of junk food to work, or find a different reward such as listening to music or talking to a coworker. Through experimentation with these strategies, healthier habits can be formed over time. Number 3. Make your habits obvious, attractive, easy, and satisfying. According to the author, these 4 elements can help us design our environment and our habits in a way that makes them more likely to stick. The first element, obvious, means that we need to make our habits visible and easy to see. For example, if you want to start flossing your teeth every day, you might put your floss right next to your toothbrush so that you see it every time you brush your teeth. This makes the habit more obvious and therefore more likely to happen. The second element, attractive, means that we need to make our habits appealing and enjoyable. For example, if you want to start exercising every day, you might choose an activity that you find fun and enjoyable, like playing a sport or dancing. By making the habit attractive, we are more likely to stick with it over the long term. The third element, easy, means that we need to make our habits simple and easy to do. For example, if you want to start meditating every day, you might start with just 1 minute of meditation and gradually build up from there. By making the habit easy, we are more likely to be able to do it consistently. The fourth and final element, satisfying, means that we need to make our habits rewarding and satisfying. For example, if you want to start reading more books, you might choose books that you find interesting and enjoyable to read. By making the habit satisfying, we are more likely to feel good about doing it and want to do it again in the future. By applying these 4 elements to our habits, we can make them more likely to stick and create positive changes in our lives over time. Number 4. Stack or combine a new habit with an existing one to make it more likely to stick. One of the biggest challenges with creating new habits is making them stick over the long term. One way to do this is by stacking the new habit on top of an existing one. For example, if you want to start doing push-ups every morning, you might stack this habit on top of an existing habit like brushing your teeth. So every morning after you brush your teeth, you do a set of push-ups. By connecting the new habit to an existing one, you make it more likely to happen and become a consistent part of your routine. Number 5. Design your environment to support your habits. According to the author, our environment can either support or hinder our efforts to build positive habits. We can use our environment to make it more likely that we'll stick to good habits. For example, if you want to start exercising regularly, you might keep your workout clothes and shoes right by your bed so that you see them first thing in the morning and are reminded to exercise. Similarly, if you want to eat more healthy foods, you might keep a bowl of fruit on your kitchen counter where you're more likely to see and reach for it. Number 6. Identify the underlying beliefs that are driving your behavior. Our habits are often shaped by the beliefs we hold about ourselves and the world around us. We can uncover these underlying beliefs by paying attention to the stories we tell ourselves. For example, if you have a habit of procrastinating, you might tell yourself a story about being a lazy person who can never get things done on time. By identifying this underlying belief, you can start to challenge it and replace it with a more positive one, such as, I am someone who takes action and gets things done. Number 7. Consistency is key to forming new habits. The most successful habit formers are those who are able to stick with their habits consistently over time, even when faced with challenges or setbacks. One way to do this is to create a plan for how you'll stick to your habit in the face of obstacles. Number 8. Small improvements add up over time. This speaks to the idea that the most successful habit formers are those who focus on continuous improvement and are always looking for ways to get better. Forming positive habits is not a one-time event, but an ongoing process that requires constant effort and improvement. We hope you find this video informative. If you do, please like and subscribe to our channel. And you can get the book Atomic Habit in the link below. Until next time, thanks for watching.